Hello, friends. Hi, how are we today? I hope we are all doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am here for the week of April 21st through 27th, and I would just like to point out that we are on October the 27th today, so I am officially less than 6 months behind. Shh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I am getting there. I'm working on it, guys. Anyway, I will say I also have the next week planned. So, just so you're all aware, I have the next week planned. Anyway, this is a kit that I have been hoarding since I saw it come out, and I got it I think in 2024, and I love this kit so much. Right in the nostalgia. I don't typically like a glossy kit. I really love the artwork that Bunny Bear Plan uses, though. So I obviously had to go pick it up. This is a shorter plan with me because I realized that when I laid down everything, I did it off camera. So for the base, I would like to say my day by day is fully planned, but my base is, I forgot to do some things. And thankfully, this week was actually not such a busy week. So if you recall, on the previous weeks, I've had a couple, especially like the week before, I had a couple of day extenders on every single day, and it's fine. I don't mind that. I prefer not to have that, though. Like, if we're going to be so for real about it and so honest about it, I just prefer not to have it. So I went ahead and I was really glad to be able to use this specific kit for this week. And I realized when I was pulling in stickers for the sidebar that I just wasn't reading anything at all this week. And if you'll notice, there's definitely a correlation between when I'm not reading and my mood. And one of the things that I very much appreciate looking back on these videos and seeing is looking back on these videos and seeing that I clearly have a relationship. I need to be reading. I need to be making I just need to be reading is essentially what it boils down to. For my mental health as well. We all know that scrolling is just not it. So I'm very glad that I was able to, resume reading. I don't know. I'm sort of rambling here at this point. Just to get into it, I pulled in my leftover stickers rather, to mark my 2 sidebar things that I always track, as well as the sidebar tracker. And then I cut this part out clearly, but I did put in a cut up full box sticker of Neopia, to mark the bottom part of that and just to take up a little bit more space. So I think it looks super duper cute. Anyway, let's get into it. So on Monday, I snuggled with my kiddo in the morning, and then I used a Sweetie Sticker Co. icon to note that I emptied the dishwasher. Then I made stuffings, and I used a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji just to note that. And then my mom came over for a visit and to help out while I was preparing Easter. So she came over and took the kids out, and that was great. And I used an emoji for that as well. Then I pulled in a Fox and Pip girl with a turkey just to note that I prepped the turkey, and the Fox and Cactus walking pad on squish on a walking pad to note that I used my walking pad for 20 minutes on this day. And then my in-laws came over for Easter, which was really nice, so I used another Fox and Pip icon for that. And then I used an early night script from the Coffee Monsters coach to note that I had an early night. Moving on to Tuesday, I used, for all of my computer-based home and office stuff, I used leftover stickers. I chose my most colorful stickers this week because this is a super colorful kit and you don't oftentimes get to bring things in like that. So I found, oh, also, just as a side note, this Sharpie Ultra Fine Point is good for this particular glossy paper. So then I worked in office on Tuesday, and going into the office, I got Tim Hortons. Then on my lunch, I went for a 1.41 kilometer walk with my friend, and I used a Fox and Cactus Rose for that. I pulled in a leftover sticker just to note that I had a nice call with my mom on this day, and then a sunshine sticker to note that I did outdoor play with my kids. Then it was the Leafs versus Ascend round 1, game 2. Again, I don't want to talk about it. Then on Wednesday, I worked in office again, which was nice. And I had to fill out a questionnaire for an appointment for my kiddo. And I guess it was a really long one. I do recall it was a really long one. So I just used that little like neutral book. I pulled in a paper and milk Maru just for the doctor's appointment. And then I had a long, nice call with my mom as well. And I pulled in a leftover icon for that as well. Then I went for a 2-kilometer walk at lunch. After I got home, I played with the kids, and then I got Happy Meal from the Prairie Planner on this day. And then I had to call Sleep Country about the fact that my brand new mattress, if you recall, I ended up getting a new one, had a bulge in it. The brand new one. Luckily, when I did call them this time, unlike the last time where they were like super, super, super unhelpful, they ended up saying like, this is super uncommon for this particular brand of mattress, which is the Hush mattress. And they're like, please, we'll refund you the whole thing. And so I did that. Then I used another sunshine sticker to note that it was a beautiful day on Thursday. I worked from home on this day with another one of those laptop icons. I really love that yellow. I think it really ties in nicely with the kit. My husband and I just decompressed from our weeks together, and then I went for a lunchtime walk with him around the block. Very, very short lunchtime walk. I was just short on time. And then I continued to film using a filming reel and a film script from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. And then to mark outdoor play, I just have the squidge from Stick with the Plan Co. I didn't even mark outdoor play. I just put down the sticker. So I probably could have used like little thing sticker for that. I don't have any raccoon stickers, which I feel maybe I should probably get because I am a Toronto or Toronto adjacent person and raccoons are prevalent. So it was me versus the raccoon part 1. And then I went on the walking pad this evening for 25 minutes. On Friday, before I even started my work, I edited and uploaded a video, which was really nice. Then I worked from home again, and then I completed birthday invitations for my biggest, which was really nice. I had therapy from 12 to 1, left me feeling not fantastic in all of the ways. And then I had to pull in another leftover sticker to note that I had a call from daycare that my kiddo had hand, foot, and mouth disease. However, it turns out it was just eczema, but there was a case in his class. Then I used the same combo that I had used previously, which is the filming reel and the film sticker from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. to note that I had filmed October 21st through the 27th. I feel very seen right now. I can consistently 6 months behind. We don't want to talk about it. On Saturday, I used a sticker from Fox and Cactus to note that the babysitter came over to babysit in the morning while I went out. My friend came in from out of town, and it's a huge trip for her to come in. So she came in, and I used another Fox and Pip sticker to note that she came over on this day. And Then before we went back to the kids, because she did come over to see the kids, but before that, we had the babysitter for a while. So my husband and my friend and I went cafe hopping. So like bar hopping, but with cafes, just to try all the different small cafes in my town, because we have not a lot of big chain stores. Most of them are small cafes, which is really nice. And we found two that were outstanding, out of this world. Uh, and I used a big coffee cup for that. I had far too much coffee on this day. And then we went to the park. And then after my friend left, the raccoon was in the shed. In the shed. So I dealt with that. Sunday was a very warm day, so another sunshine sticker, this outdoor play squidge sticker to note that. Then I did laundry in the afternoon. And finally, to end off my day, I just did a lot of garden work, and that was the entire day and the entire week. I really, really enjoyed filming this. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you are all staying safe and well, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Toodles!